Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 1. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so very much. Okay, so before I get started, I want to update you guys on the contest. We had 2 people to respond to winning, and that was Cynthia Judkins and Saxon Heights. So there's 3 more prizes out there that I think I'm going to still throw out there, and I will put 3 more names in the captions, and you will have 48 hours between now and Tuesday. Now I'm going to give you to Tuesday. No, I'm gonna give you the 48 hours because I have a tendency to not. So midnight Monday will be the deadline, and all you have to do is hit me up in the email that's gonna be in the comments as well, and let me know that you are trying to win the prize. But yes, the $50 is gone, and the stem player is gone. So that's like the most expensive and the least expensive. You got 3 in the middle, so let's get to it. So thank you all for rocking with me all year. Again, this is my way of saying thank you. I'm sorry that I haven't been back since last week, but I didn't have any shows. And I haven't done the series that I've done. I haven't done the reviews for Kindred. I've watched that. I loved it. That review is coming. There's several reviews that I just need to do. You know what I'm saying? And I just haven't, and I'm going to. And I'm thinking about picking up a couple more shows. But anyway, let me get into this review. I made some notes or whatever, and I'm going to be a little bit all over the place because this reunion was kind of all over the place. Okay, so one thing I want to comment on was everybody looked beautiful. Did they not? Yes, they did. And so I was very excited about that. I was like, look at these beautiful Black people. Like, yes, Black excellence. I don't care how, tumultuous it gets. This is Black excellence. I don't care. So moving along, I want to say they made a comment about Letitia being the majority stockholder of Scope. And I don't know, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, they did that because they don't want Marceau to be the majority stockholder because he probably does have kids out there. He probably does have kids out there. So the smart thing to do would be to put your assets in somebody else's name. And I don't know Alabama law. Maybe it doesn't matter whose name it is if they're married. But it just seems awful convenient to me that she would be the majority stockholder in a company where he does the majority of the work. You do the math. I don't understand. Okay, and then they said something about Scope getting sued. Really? I didn't know. I'm going to have to look into that. So it must be that they took money for a job and didn't complete it in enough time and didn't give that money back or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, I hope they make it right and maybe they can settle out of court because I don't like that. They're not my favorite couple, but I don't wish bad on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody on the show. It's just some I love less than others. Nah, means. Okay, and so I want to ask y'all's opinion. If your better half, your wife, your husband came to you and said, look, I'm going through a lot. I'm stressed out. I can't do this project. It's really, really getting to me. I need to go to Africa by myself. Yes, I know that we've always talked about going to Africa, but I want to go by myself. I'm going by myself. You must be okay with it because it's going to happen. Would y'all be okay with that? I feel like Marceau talks circles around Letitia. And it's not because Marceau is so much more intelligent than she is. No, that's not it. It's because Letitia doesn't want to have to deal with anything. Letitia literally lives in a bubble. She knows what's outside of that bubble, but she's just going to look ahead. It's right here in her peripheral, but she's going to look ahead because if she looks ahead, she doesn't have to address what's in the peripheral because what's in the peripheral hurts. What's in the peripheral, you know, she cannot ignore. If she actually looks over there, she's going to have to do something about it. So I think she allows things to happen and allows, you know, situations to unfold because she doesn't want to have to deal with the repercussions of Marceau cheating. She knows that man cheated. I mean, come on. Come on. The things that we hear about this man and his whereabouts and the things that he does. And she's still sitting there acting like she has no doubt in her mind. Girl, don't say that. Because Carlos asked her, do you think that he has ever cheated on you? And she said, nope, not past, not present, not future. And girl, you don't believe that. You cannot possibly believe that. Sex parties at Credit One? That's weird. That's weird. And I feel for Kimmy, and Kimmy's talking about her office used to be above his. And she would hear these parties. And she's like, it's music playing, blah, 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 blah. Girl, if you're not in there, you don't know what's going on. Talking about most of the time, it was only men. Most of the time. Most of the time. And I would be concerned with that. Why are y'all there after hours as men hanging out, listening to music? What are y'all doing in there? Please don't be in there doing stuff with each other. But I fully believe that there were women in those parties because you can't just make something like that up. How would they know that the parties was even happening if it was just a few people and they were all men? How could the rumors even get out there? Because there were women there and they probably were having sex. And I don't know what a sex party is. I guess it's a party where everybody's just having sex like an orgy, but maybe not necessarily with each other. I don't know. But I totally believe that they absolutely had those parties at Credit One before Kimmy was in the picture. Mari's talking about he gonna sue somebody. Boy, you're not gonna sue nobody because if they got pictures, then what you gonna do? All they need is a picture, a text message, anything to prove that they were invited to your place of business after hours for drinks, music, whatever. That's a party. Case dismissed. And they can get you for defamation for saying that they was lying. So nothing's going to happen. I know he's an attorney. Nothing's going to happen because I believe that the sex parties happened and I believe that it's easy to prove. It is very easy to prove. Okay, and so I also want to talk about Chris Fletcher and that situation. Now, Letitia's acting like, Marceau could do no wrong. So let me remind you about the Chris Fletcher situation. Apparently, January 4th of this year, about a year ago, Marceau was in Atlanta. Someone took a picture of Marceau's back and posted it on the internet and said, this is Marceau, Scott, and, he's we in a hotel together, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case was, his back was put on the internet. And when Letitia's mother, Wanda, went to confront her about the rumors because she saw it all on social media because, she's messy as I don't know what. We need to call her Manda, Messy Manda, because she's very messy. But she went to Letitia and confronted her because she's not with her daughter being with the cheater. No, she's not with that at all. Y'all already know Manda is a gold digger. So she's going to definitely advise her daughter to take him for everything that he has if he's cheating. So she goes to confront her daughter about these rumors, and Letitia in turn goes to confront Marceau. Marceau tells her that, yes, he was in Atlanta. Yes, he went there with a friend and they had dinner. And she asked him who the friend was, and he said Chris Fletcher. Okay, on the show, Chris Fletcher said, yes, he did meet Marceau in Atlanta, but it was in the afternoon and he was with his wife. If it was in the afternoon and you were with your wife, why does Marceau then say that he had dinner with the friend? Not friends, friend. That to me is a red flag, and you probably was cheating, bro. Chris is adamant that he didn't see you but in the afternoon for maybe 2 hours. Afternoon doesn't translate to dinner. That didn't happen. So no, I don't buy the fact that Marceau was in Atlanta just with Chris. No, Marceau probably got a piece of meat that he done inserted in some woman, if you, in Atlanta. And that's just, I put money on it. I don't trust Marceau no further than I can throw him. Now, I do like his growth, but I still feel like he's a piece of crap because he sits there and he allows his wife to look so stupid. And he doesn't do anything to rescue her, to say, you know what, babe, this happened. I'm so sorry. And maybe we can move past this, but this did happen. Nothing. You do nothing, Marceau, nothing. So I don't understand that. And that's my main issue with him. And then we saw Kiki come out. And we found out that Kiki was actually Melody's friend first. Melody knew Kiki first and met Letitia after the fact. And so Melody inviting Kiki to the Christmas party was probably calculated, but at the same time, you can't really say that definitively because she's known her longer than she's known Letitia. So it's kind of hard for her to say that. The whole Kiki situation is so messy. And I thought during the season when Marceau was like, do it, do it, do it. That's what a guilty person does. Why are you trying to silence this girl? So much so that the girl had to come back over Melody's house and let Melody know that she was addicted to painkillers and let us know that that's what it was, that he was going to burn the whole house down. Bro, why would you, like, if you're not guilty, why are you doing all of those theatrics? That's what I don't understand. And so when Carlos asked her, do you have any doubt in your mind that Marceau has been faithful to you? And she said, I have no doubt because I've been faithful to him and I expect that same thing in return. You have no doubt, past, present, or future. That's a lie because you revealed that you found a picture in his phone of a naked woman. That's doubt. Boo-boo, that is doubt. A naked woman in his phone? Really? That was pretty much the episode. Again, we saw them start the conversation with Marceau and Letitia about the rumors. We saw Letitia bring out 2 dummies that are supposed to be Melody and Kiki, which I thought was freaking funny. The only thing I didn't find cute was the fact that of the way the dummies looked. Like, I didn't like that Kiki's puppet looked the way Kiki's puppet looked. I didn't like that. That was to me below the belt. But I guess if you're going to go through the trouble of renting 2 dummies because they had to be rented, the tags were still on them. Like, why you didn't take the tags off? Why you didn't take the tags off? That is so, so cheesy. But anyway, so we found out about the sex parties. We found out that Maurice fake, you know, threatened people about spreading rumors about his business. And we found out that it was before Kimmy was in a relationship with Maurice. And, you know, and then Marceau actually tried to wiggle his wits like I was there the least. And she was like, no, you was there. You was there. Yeah, Marceau, you was there. So I thought that was interesting. So we've got a lot to cover next week. I can't wait for it. And the week after that, I can't wait for it. So I'm going to end the review right there. And thank you all again for rocking with me all year long. It is New Year's Eve. Whatever y'all do, when you get out there in them streets, please be safe. Get a ride share. Do not drive under the influence of anything. Because here's the thing. You might be straight, but it's that other person, and you need to be extra alert for that drunk person that's going to be coming down the street. Like, I don't even mind if y'all rolling in the flow of traffic and you the head of the pack. slow down before you cross the intersection. Just in case there's somebody trying to fly through the intersection. Just take extra precaution tonight because people are going to be dumb. Somebody doesn't want to make it into 2023 and don't let it be you. Okay? All right. All right. I love you guys. Love you guys. And if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. And again, check my description to see who the other 3 were. And hopefully they get back with me by midnight on Monday. Okay? Okay? All right. And that is my $5.02. Peace.